Hi, welcome to the Corelli Show.
I'm Corey.
I'm Ellie, and this is Baby Sage,
Welcome to Nature Art Club.
the online edition. This week we're learning about plants. Today we're learning about plants and humans.
Green plants. Green leaves such as these, through a wonder-working substance they contain, trap and store the energy of the sun for man's use. Without the green plants, we could not live.
Growing a garden is a great way to get a better understanding of plants. We like to grow fruit and vegetables to eat and herbs to make them taste super yummy. Hey everybody, welcome to Drawing with Corey. I'm your host, Corey Pope. And today the only supplies we're going to need, as usual, is a sheet of paper, a drawing utensil like a pencil or a pen. Either one is up to you. Today, we're talking about plants with people, how people and plants get along. People have always relied on plants to survive, and one of the most notable ways that plants have helped us is through their fruits and vegetables. So today, that's what we're going to draw. Let's get started. We could start with a carrot. Carrot is a nice root vegetable, and carrots are very long. So a good way to start is at the point of the carrot. So I'm gonna draw a really long, stretched out V. And then on top of that V, I'm going to curve it around almost like a little hat. And then on top we have the greenery, the plant that comes up above the ground. So another simple way to do that is to draw another stretched out V. And do you remember how we drew clouds last week when we learned about water? Well, this time we'll do that same basic shape with those bunches of U's or C's put together to make a little cloud shape. And then down here on the orange part of the carrot, if we put a few little stripes across it and a line that goes up in between that V to show that there's more than one little stalk going up to the top, we have a basic little carrot. An apple would be done like a C or an ear shape is how we would start. And then on the other side, we would flip it and do the same exact thing, just facing the other way. Oops, got a little mark. So I'm gonna do the C almost like it's a little heart and come down, but instead of joining with this one right away, we're gonna have a little bump at the bottom. And so then it goes, and it kind of goes in a little bit at the bottom and a little bit at the top. And it's okay if they're not perfectly even, because apples are naturally perfectly even all the time. And then on top of the apple, right in that little point, we're gonna draw the stem coming right out. And there you have an apple. Say, however, you wanted to make an apple that was being eaten, that had a bite taken out of it. We can come right up here above it and draw another one. So we start with our big C shape. And then when we come to the other side, we're gonna start like we're doing the same, but then we stop. We don't wanna go all the way down and around like we did over here. And then we're gonna use that same kind of cloud shape line that goes in there just a few times. And that'll look like little teeth marks in right there. And so then I'll curve down and finish out that line like the apple below. And then I've got an apple with a little bite taken out of it. And can't forget my little stem. So another kind of fruit that we could draw is a banana. And a banana, you'll draw like a line, just a little curve that kind of swoops up a little bit. And then on the end, I'm gonna draw just a little straight line that sticks out. And then I'm gonna curve another line, kind of like the top, but it comes down a little bit lower. And then goes back up to the top and almost meets right there. It almost kind of looks like a little smile. But then we gotta put the little stem on the top, just like a little rectangle. And then down the center, I'm gonna draw a little line right there to kind of show how the banana angles itself. And there we have a simple banana. I'm gonna add a little bit of black on that end, like the end of a banana does. Now, another vegetable we could draw is broccoli. And broccolis are neat, and it's a really simple thing to draw broccoli. It basically looks like a tiny tree. So, I'm gonna start here with the bottom of my stalk. It's gonna look like a little smile. Tiny little thing. And then on both ends, I'm gonna go up for the stalk, and then it'll split out. So I'm gonna put an angled line going out on both sides. And then in the center of those, I'm gonna put a little V. And in between these two, I'm gonna draw another little line like that. Another little smile. And we can connect them with a tinier one. And then all around here, we're gonna do that same kind of cloud shape. It comes in handy so often. Bunches of little C's or U's. And there you have it, fruits and vegetables with Corey. Here's a sped up version of me finishing mine. You can pause the video here so you can finish yours too.
Today, we're studying plants and humans.
Plants and humans.
And how they interact. We're gonna make Play-Doh mats with plants. So I need some plants for my project. Follow me while I go find some. This will make great hair. When you're collecting things, it's good to remember not to get everything that you see. Notice that I've left quite a bit still growing. If I pick it all, then there's nothing left. I should get some scissors. When collecting outside, it's good to have scissors for things that are too tough to just pull off. I think it looks right.
Oh yeah.
I need something for my nose.
I want some of this for my nose. No, I don't. I found the perfect nose. Now I need some eyes. Actually, I remember. I've got a flower bouquet at home. Those will make perfect eyes. How about I find a mouth?
Sometimes we'll call these cedar nuts, but they're actually called cedar pods and come from a fungus called cedar apple rust. They're a fungus that can only grow when there are apple trees and cedar trees living near each other.
This kind of looks like a smile. Let's go back to the schoolhouse so we can complete our project. Okay everyone, so now that we've collected all of our supplies outside, let's talk about our other materials. We've got our Play-Doh, our Play-Doh face mat, and all of the plants that we collected outside. So to start, what we're going to do is make a face. Can you make a silly face? This is my silliest. Okay everyone, so when we're doing our Play-Doh plant faces, what we're gonna do is just make some faces. So I think what I want to do is start by taking my Play-Doh and I'm going to roll up a ball in between my hands, and I'm gonna set some Play-Doh out for where my facial features are gonna be. So I've got one eye. I'm rolling up another ball. I've got my second eye. That looks a little too big. I'm gonna pinch off a little bit and re-roll. All right, there we go. Next, I'm gonna get some Play-Doh for where my nose will be. Some Play-Doh for where my mouth will be. This time, I'm gonna take my hands and roll in between them. Roll, 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 roll. And I'm gonna have a happy face to start. Next, I'm gonna do another roll like that, and this will be where my hair sticks. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it in half so I can roll it a little bit more. And a little bit more for the other side. Boop, boop, boop. So there's a simple face, but what I want to do is use some plants. So I'm going to start with my flowers, and I think that these would be really great eyes. So I'm just going to squish them right into the Play-Doh. And my moss makes a great mouth, don't you think? I like all the little bits that are like teeth. My mouth is so big, it sticks out over the side of my face. Oh yeah, this cedar nut will be a silly nose. That nose takes over the entire face. Maybe I'll do a smaller nose. Oh yeah, my leaf. That's a good little nose. My nose isn't that big. All right, next I want to use some of this straw that I got for my hair. So I'm gonna just poke it right in there. And my hair's a little bit longer, so I'll add a little bit more on each side. Straightening up my straw as I go. I wanted to use these little fuzzy green things for the hair at the top. I love the texture on this. All right, I'll kind of pick up my bits of straw too as I go. Kind of clean my face off, if you will. I'll add in some more of the fuzzy green hair. All right, so that is my face. And what I can do now is I can rearrange it. So I just unstuck all of my plants from my Play-Doh, and you can see that they left behind some really cool indentions. If you want, you could just play around with what sort of patterns the Play-Doh and the plants make together. So now I'm just gonna try out some different faces.
What if my mouth was this big guy?
And the flowers were my hair. I'll take off some of the extra Play-Doh. I'll just have some short hair today. And these green plants will be my eyes. I'll kind of curve them to make them fit. But what to use for my nose? Maybe a little bit of some moss. Stick, Mr. Moss. That moss is so wet. There we go. That's a silly-faced Ellie. Here are examples our friends made in the past. We love all of these different kinds of faces. What kind of face can you make? There are lots of different kinds of ways to enjoy nature. These girls are acting kind of like honeybees, sucking the honey from the honeysuckles.
This one has a certain amount too.
Here's our activity kit for Animal Week.
In this activity kit, we have a pterodactyl mat board body. We've got feathers, googly eyes, red, yellow, and blue paint, and a plate to put it on. We've got some tissue paper squares to decorate with, half a plate with hole punched marks to go for our jellyfish body, some rainbow yarn, and a brush, pencil, and 2 sheets of paper.
It's viewer photo time. Thanks, Ford and Francis, for following along. Annabelle did a great job with her rain activity, and so did Grace, Dominic, and Hava. Send us your photos so you can be featured next time.
We'll see you next time.